All right. Good evening, South Africa and the world, to the Platinum webinar. Um, Tonight, we've got the privilege to be your MCs for the last webinar as Jean and Henri Greef. We are Bronze Presidential Directors of Manatech, and we've seen the lineup. It is a jam-packed lineup. I believe that the major decisions are going to be made after tonight's call. We have the best of the best that's going to be on tonight's call. So sit back, enjoy, take lots and lots of notes. There's a couple of things that we want to announce before we get started, and I'm going to hand over to Henri to start off with the lead team. And the lead team, okay, so I'm just going to go for it. The lead team QR code for tonight is 5692. Make sure that you put it into your lead team app. It's 5. Answered a couple of times tonight still, and there's as we go into this time, and now it is in the chat as well. It's 5692, the QR code. As we go into the last part of this year, it is the time that you can make amazing things still happen. So it's never over until you make the decision that it's over. Keep on going. This is the time of the year when you're going to meet the most amazing people, and just add it to your names all the time. So plan your calendar is probably the biggest theme of tonight, because there's so many things happening. There's family time, there's holidays, there's some things that's happening early next year. I'm very excited that things are happening and starting off very, very soon in the new year. Henri will announce those things, but make sure you plan your calendar. And the second most important thing that's important to me, but I believe everybody should really take care of this, is make sure that your lead team app is on 100%. Make sure you attend and you do everything that you need to do to make sure you hit your 100%, because 100% in the lead team app is vital. And on that, I'm going to ask Henri to share with you some of the exciting things that's happening.
Good evening, everyone. So the next 3 most important dates that you need to jot down right now are the 2nd of January. We've got our first South African online webinar or session that's going to happen. So that's the 2nd of January, which means we are skipping a week. The next Monday night, we are not having our Platinum webinar, so that you guys can enjoy your time with your families and just go into the new year as family. So the 2nd of January, South African Platinum online webinar, and then the Platinum webinar will be on the 6th of January, starting again for 2025. And then the third day, that's very, very important to jot down for gold EDs and above, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe just double check that with your upline. EDs and above, executive directors, that is the 25th of January. So jot those down. 2nd, 6th, and the 25th of January. Over to you to get us started with the lineup.
All right, so I've got the exciting part to invite the Silver Presidential Directors of South Africa to share with us their hearts tonight. The thing that really stands out for me is that every single one of these individuals have a helping heart. In every single one of them, help is part of what they stand for. Helping people, empowering people, helping people to health and wellness, making personal changes to other people's lives a priority. That's probably the number one thing that stands out. So we've got 4 amazing Silver Presidential Directors, and we are going to start by announcing the first one, and then every single one of them will announce the next speaker as they go through their speech. So I'm very excited. Sit back, enjoy, and we're going to get started all the way from Oudtshoorn. Please help me welcome onto the stage Liana Wilken.
Good evening. Thank you, Jean and Henri, for the introduction, and good evening to everybody. Wow, I can just say, what happened to 2024? It went so fast for me, but I'm standing here really with a grateful heart. There's so much to be thankful for. I think number one, I want to say that just the fact that I didn't even have a sniffle or any illness or any challenge over this whole year, 2024, is a blessing. I don't think many people who have their health realize what a challenge it is when you don't have it anymore. You know, they say that people can have many problems, but when they have a health problem, they only have one problem. So I want to encourage everybody. I've been investing in my health for 16 years by using these amazing products of Manatech. Please invest in your health. It's the best asset that you have. Look after yourself and use these amazing products. The second thing that I'm really grateful for after this coming to the end of this year is this opportunity of Manatech. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a magnitude of ways that you can make money out of businesses or whatever. But this incredible opportunity of Manatech there's just nothing like it, because there is just such purpose behind it. We are, as John says, we are all going out and helping people. And even if you're new here and you've only spoken to one person, you've planted a seed there. So I want to say to everyone tonight, do not think that what you are doing is not worth it. Maybe you're not really where you wanted to end up at the end of the year. You know what? You've spoken to people, you've made them think, even if they don't join your business, you've maybe planted some ideas that's going to expand the way that they look at the world and look at what they do and look at how they treat others and look at their health and look at their finances and all of that. That's all things that we learn through this whole journey with Manatech. And ultimately, I mean, who we become in the end is ultimately the best gift from Manatech. And then number 3, I want to encourage everybody. I know it's a time to relax and we all want to relax and switch off a little bit, but don't take the focus off completely. You know, it's almost like that. If we think back in the days where you had those water pumps that you had to pump, I don't know if you get that picture in your mind. We have to pump it and pump it and pump it and nothing happens. And then because you keep on and you keep on, then all of a sudden there's a gush of water that comes out and then the water flows and the water flows. But if you stop, the water stops. But if you just slowly carry on a little bit, the water will keep on. So I want to encourage everybody, yes, take a break, spend quality time, as Henri said, with your loved ones, but make new connections. Be interested in people, take their numbers, add to your names list, write down some dreams. It's a perfect time to sit down and think and reflect and write down your dreams, make a dream board. And then, I mean, we just heard the 2nd of January, there's a presentation already, so invite new people to that. So that's my 3 points: health, opportunity, focus. Don't lose it completely. And then I just want to, with a grateful heart, thank my Creator for this year, another incredible year. And then also to everyone in Manatech South Africa. You know, we all influence each other, even if you don't know it and you don't realize it. We all do. We all give positive energy toward each other. We all inspire one another. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and especially the leaders tonight. And of course, then Platinum Presidential JP Costa, thank you so much. And 2-star Platinum Leonie van der Linde, thank you for being an incredible inspiration and a leader. So guys, I want to say, let's go out, dream big, and let's make 2025 a year to thrive. And with that, I'm going to hand over to Dalena Ferreira. Good night.
Good evening, everyone here from Senekal. It's wonderful to have you all, to be all with you tonight. And thank you to our 2-star Platinum, Leonie van der Linde. Thank you for this wonderful platform. And I'm so grateful for every Monday night this year. That was the most incredible time for me. And then to our Silver Presidential, Hilda Wiese, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your mentorship. And to the rest of the team and to all of us in this wonderful Manatech family. I'm so grateful. Here's the thing. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is yours to shape and to release, to live a life of abundance today. And one thing that stands out for me is the books that we had to read this whole year. It was a wonderful self-developing material for myself. And the one book that stands out for me was The Universal Rules of Life. What a wonderful book. 27 nuggets, 27 secrets that we can live by. And if I can encourage you tonight to go and read that book, grasp it and read it. And then, yes, 2025. I'm so excited about this new year that is coming. We are on the threshold of it. And this is maybe the year to come alive. 2025 is the year to come alive. Where? In our spirits, our soul, our body, our relationships with family, with friends, in our businesses, in our workplace, wherever you go. And that we must know, each and every one, that you must know you are special. You are so special. Okay, that book's name is The Universal Rules of Life by Dr. Nabi Farmers. Yes, that was a wonderful book for me. And then just add value to your own life. I've got 3 things, 3 secrets, as Helena said. Thank you, Helena. You blessed me. And to live by is value people's lives, believe in them, and unconditionally love them. Why? For people may forget what you say, but they will never, ever forget how you made them feel. And for 2025, let's do this. Let's love more people. Let's believe in them. Let's appreciate them. And how I value people determines how I view them. So this is also a secret for me and for you. You must allow others to get close to you for 2 reasons. The one reason is for them to add value to your life. And the second reason is for you to add value to their lives. So come alive in 2025. Stay close to each other. And I'm so grateful for every success summit this year, for every opportunity meeting, for every training, for every house meeting, for every Zoom meeting, and for every wonderful person that adds so many value to my life. So thank you so much, and may you have a wonderful time till we see each other again. And on this note, blessings for each and every one of you, and I give over to our Silver Presidential, Francois van Schalkwyk from the Paarl. Over to you, Francois.
Thank you very much, Dalena. And what a privilege to end the year with excitement, with a lot of things that happened. And for some people, it was about realizing some dreams. For others, it was creating brand new dreams, setting themselves new goals. Now, I know that a lot of people say that this time of year is a good time to reflect on what happened so that we can make the necessary changes. You know, they refer to the 10,000 PDCA hours. It's all about plan, do, check, adjust. So maybe for some of us online tonight, it's time to check what happened and to make some adjustments and plan for the new year. And then we can go out and do and plan, do, check, adjust all the time. Now, I know that a lot of people now, when they make their New Year's resolutions, they will usually say, well, on the 1st of January or the 2nd of January, I will start with this and I will put this or that in place. But I think if you really want those things that you want to put in place for 2025 to realize, it is a good idea to start with it now and don't wait for 1st, 2nd or 3rd of January for it to put it in place. Put it in place now. You know, check and adjust now and put things in place for the next year. You've heard previous speakers referring to plan your calendar. We heard the announcements on the boot camp. We've heard about the 3-point plan calendar that's already put in place for the new year. So my question to you, is your diary booked for the Success Summits, for the monthly trainings in your area, for the in-person opportunity meetings in your area? What about the online sessions? So are they all booked and blocked out in your calendar? Now, Louis, back then, my mentor, he said, Francois, if you really want to take your business to the next level, it may be a good idea to plan whatever you want to do out there around your Manatech business, around your diary, around your events. And at first it was a bit difficult because I usually said, but I'm building this business to spend time with my family. So if there's a family braai going on Saturday, maybe I should be at the braai. And then later on what I did, I adjusted and said, listen here, please, I do have a serious business event going on Saturday. Can we move the braai to next week or maybe on Sunday afternoon? And your family will really appreciate you for that. They will know exactly what you stand for. So let's plan 2025 and let's put what we plan for 2025 in action the last couple of days of 2024. So on this note, I'm going to hand you over to Silver Presidential Director Hilda Wiese from South Africa.
Thank you so much, Francois. Good evening, South Africa and the rest of the world. First of all, I'd just like to thank my enroller friend, Rolene Faber, all the way from Kimberley in the Northern Cape, and then Sylvan Prinsloo, all the way from Hot Bay. Sylvan, thank you so much for this year, all your mentoring. I really do appreciate you. Now, all the nuggets of tonight, I've learned so much already. So what I want to leave you with is the system. And for the new people on the call, if you don't know yet what the system is, ask the person who invited you and they will tell you about the system. And I want to start with number one, and that is my heart for tonight, the last webinar of 2024. And that is thankfulness and gratefulness. Thankfulness. And I just stop a minute today and just, look back in 2024. So what have you achieved in 2024? Your goals, your dreams, it's not too late. The secret is to not give up. So number one is give thanks. But number one is also you. The most important person in this business is you. So look very good after yourself, after your mindset, after your personal development, after your growth. And then because you are the miracle, believe in yourself. I mean, can you see yourself talking on this platform tonight? Because it's possible. I mean, if I look at how many people are coming from small places in the Northern Cape, in the Free State, right around the world, and we made it. And it's not because we are so great, it's because of the commitment. So I want to leave you with two words: commitment and application. Commitment and application. So I'm grateful for Dr. Steve in America, the lab, the scientists, the imports, our head office, Darren and his team, Leonie, Luciano, our whole presidential and leadership team in South Africa, our own personal teams. I mean, this is not a business for you alone. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk with people. And I'm so grateful for the product. I'm so grateful for every day. Like Dalena said, every Success Summit, every webinar, every input, every meeting, every downline, crossline, upline meeting that enhance our lives in a positive way. I mean, if I only look back at the personal development in my life, and I mean the holidays and the extra money, the dreams. So use this time to stop. Think about yourself. Think about your dreams. Think about your commitment. Are you committed for 2025? Because this is all about you, your dreams, and you are taking a lot of people with. We are not selling anything, but we are most definitely giving hope, sharing love, and bringing stuff into unity. And that is so nice. We are on a boat together to one destination, and this boat has got different floors, but we are all focused on one thing. And like Daliena said, just give more love. People need more love. And if you've got all these things and you don't apply it, it don't mean nothing at all. So I want to leave you with commitment and application. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely end of the year.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Helena, Daliena, Francois, and Hilda. We appreciate your empowering thoughts and nuggets that you shared with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the privilege to move over and invite to the stage or the platform our Gold Presidential Director couples. First couple are all the way from Pretoria in Gauteng. They stand for helping people finding their voice and sharing hope. Please welcome Sprach and Sebastian Kamstra.
Thank you so much, John and Andre. What a privilege to be on this call and be sharing with all these incredible leaders. And with that, I want to start off by just saying to our two-star platinum, Leonie van der Linde, who just went through this year again. It's been years now that she really invested in our personal life and in our business. And what a privilege to be in a business like this, that you're just not on your own, as all the previous speakers said. And Vincent and Yolandi, your incredible support. We really appreciate you. And 2024 was one of those outstanding years that we can look back and say you were there for us in each step that we took. So my heart for each one on this call for 2025 is something very specific that our mentor as well, Louis van der Linde, left for us. And that was something that's close to my heart, because I also battled with this one. And that is all about dreams. So if you battled with 2024s, maybe you haven't considered this, that you are supposed to have a very big dream, or if you are in this business, and all about your life. If you don't have a dream, you don't know where you are heading towards. So there's something that says if you don't have a dream in your life, you're like a bird that has a broken wing and you can't fly. So you can't go anywhere and you are really destined to die. And you can look at people around you and you can see a lot of people who's walking around like birds that's got broken wings. So for 2025, I want to inspire each one of you, like I'm talking to myself as well, to dream even bigger for 2025. There's really a reason why we're supposed to dream. There was another very important man ages ago who said, where there is no vision, people perish. So for 2025, we don't want to perish. We want to really go forth and we want to change the world with this business, because that's what we can do. So with all of you on the call tonight, I want to ask you, is your dreams that we're talking about so much, is it in writing? Do you have it in your mind? Did it drop down to your heart? Did you really shine the light into your heart to understand why are you in this business? Are you doing it only for financial reasons, or are you doing this for reasons more like changing people's lives, lifting people up, building into people's lives by taking them along, not just building into their health, by sticking into this business and being able to share your testimony and getting people to share their incredible testimony, but also in that, be able to sort of say, you know what, I've got this incredible privilege to share this to much more people. You know what, you're going to have challenges while you're doing this. So I want to say to you, If you are having challenges, remember this one. If you're aiming for the moon, you're going to hit the stars. So collect stars in this year. You're going to really collect the stars. And if you're going to collect that stars and you're going to have obstacles in this year, you're going to definitely have the obstacle. And in that obstacle, I want to give you one thing to remember. Just give yourself that, write it on your fridge, write it everywhere. If you encounter an obstacle, take it as a chance to grow. You're going to grow and you're going to say this to yourself. This is my chance to grow. If there's an obstacle, you can only change with obstacles because that's your chance to grow. So 2025 is going to give you a year of growing and you're going to have a year of excellence. So that's what I wish you for the year of 2025. Be blessed and grow and dream big.
Thank you for that message, Breg. Yes, it's such a privilege for us to be on this call with all the leaders and to be part of your lives and to have an opportunity at the end of this year to share from our hearts and from our experience. And December and January are two very important months in this year, in any year. Of the 12 months we have, December and January bring us to a point in December to regroup. For Breg and myself, December is a regroup opportunity. And then January is a relaunch opportunity. So what's been helpful for me now with the regrouping in December, having time to meditate, to think about the year, I so much value the book that we had in our tomes for November. I'm working through it. The book is All It Takes Is a Goal by John Acuff. Now, in that book, the message in that book is the 3-step plan to ditch regret and tap into your massive potential. Now, that's what we want to achieve in 2025. But what I enjoy from this book is that he encourages us to make a list of the things that in our past was our best moments. So when we think of our best moments in our past, it helped me to think of the things that I enjoy doing, and that helped us to then look at the year to come and to work towards more of that. If I can create more moments in my year, in my relaunch year, to experience the thing that I enjoy, it should be a better year, and that's what we're looking for is to create a better year. So with that, I also have 5 questions that I'm asking myself during this December, this regroup month, as well as going into January, the relaunch month. And those 5 questions are, what did I do right during 2024? Even if there's one thing that I can remember, that I can write down, that I'm busy working on, is what did I do right? The other question is, what did I do wrong in 2024? Because if I can pinpoint that, I don't have to make that same mistake again. And then looking into 2025, there's 3 questions that I'm working on, and that is, what can I do more of in 2025? So if I can focus on things that I can do more of, it will help me create better momentum. The 4th question is, what can I do less of? Doing less of that will also propel me forward. And then the 5th one is, what can I do better? Those are the questions I'm working through in my regroup and relaunch month, December and January, to help propel me and my family in our Manatech journey towards ranking up, because taking action in 2025 will help us to rank up. And that's what I believe each one of us on this call want to achieve this year, is to rank up. But go and think of those things that will help you to propel it forward, to make it better. and stop doing the mistakes that we did in 2024. So from Breg and myself, we want to wish you a blessed December and a rank up 2025. All the best. I'm handing over.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you, Sebastian and Brad. Thank you for those amazing golden nuggets that you shared with us tonight. We appreciate you. Our next golden couple or gold potential directors who's going to share with us are all the way from Kimberley in the Northern Cape. They are big dreamers, world travelers, and they love empowering people. Please welcome Alette Marie and Quentin van Zyl.
Well, good evening, everyone. We are so excited to be on this call tonight. And I think, as you can hear from the leaders, that everybody has grown so much in this year and everybody is sharing their nuggets and their tips. So we're going to follow in that tradition. But first, we have to really just give thanks to our Father and King who've really helped us on this journey and who I think help us to grow in ever-increasing wisdom. And then our earthly mentors and guides, because this journey is really tough without a guide. So JP, thank you so much for driving so many kilometers to Kimberley. We have guests on the farm and they asked, how close is Cape Town? I said 1,000 kilometers. They said it can't be. So I know JP drove 2,000 kilometers every time he came here, and he came here a lot. And then Leonie, thank you so much for all your love. Thank you for all the support and the memorable moments that we had during this year. It was truly, truly special and life-changing. So we want to I want to touch on about 3 things that we think is really, really important. And the first one is definitely the platinum mindset for the year coming. I mean, if you had a great 2024, you're going to build on that. But if you had a horrible 2024, maybe there's some things that needs adjusting. So the platinum mindset, Leonie always reminds us, is quite tough. It's quite, it's quite tough to work through that, to grow into that platinum skin, the platinum hat, and the platinum mindset. So we want to maybe just touch on what the platinum mindset means to us. So the platinum mindset is being a little bit obsessed about your dream. So, for instance, if you have people who are taking a Sunday night nap, maybe your brain is racing because you just had a great idea and you are working out how to implement that. Or I always say to the leaders that work with us, you're always just one person away from a completely different business. So what if you slack down and you miss that divine appointment? Why not just be yourself, just be your amazingness, and go out and find that one person who might reach you through Facebook, or who might reach you through Instagram, or who might reach you because you just glow differently in the mall or in the shops. All right. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We do like the glow of the new products. And then secondly, I remember JP always taught me to draw out the business, because when you draw out the business, you can really focus on the hotspots. You can see where there is growth, where there's a little bit of a stagnation, where there's new leaders coming in. You're going to get to know the structure of your business so much better if you draw out your business. I mean, you can take a permanent marker and work on a paper, or you can take a less permanent marker. What do you call that? Erasable something. And just draw it out on a mirror, because you can do this on your bathroom mirror and it will change. People come and go in this business. We love them while they are here. We bless them when they decide to leave. And then I think the third one for me is the growth. You cannot be stagnant. You're either growing or dying. And if you are expanding your mind constantly, your world becomes so big that your problems become so small. So I want to leave you with this coming year. Think on what is true, think on what is noble, think on what is right, pure, lovely, and admirable. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's so wonderful to be on this call this evening. I want to share a story. It's actually a movie, and it's a true story that we watched last night again. And this, if you haven't watched this, or please, I would urge you to go and watch this movie. The movie's name is Walk, Ride, Rodeo. Now, we only watch this movie because there's horses in it, and my wife loves horses. But this true story was such an inspiration to me. It's about this young girl that was an up-and-coming rodeo rider, battle racing, where they go at very high speeds around these battles, and they do it in like 16, 17 seconds around these 3 battles. And she was an upcoming superstar, and everybody had high hopes for her, and she was just a shining light. She took out everything out of life. Her mother said that she could walk, that she could ride horse even before she could walk, so she was just a natural. Being on a horse's back was just the most natural thing for her in her life. And then she got in a car accident, and she didn't have a safety belt on, and she got swung out of the vehicle, and she broke her back, and she ended up in a wheelchair. She couldn't use her legs anymore. So life threw her a curveball, and firstly, like, she went through all the emotions. She wanted to give up, but luckily she had a very, very strong mother. And a mother is exactly like our mentors in this business. They are there when we are weak. They are there for us, and they keep us strong. So her mother kept her going and put her through rehab. And each time she wanted to give up, her mother was there to encourage her, to support her. Sometimes there had to be harsh words. Sometimes we have to put on our platinum hat and our rhino skin, to take it from our mentors. But sometimes we need it. And then eventually, after a couple of years, she got back. And when she went into therapy, the first thing that the therapist said to her, we have to have a goal. And that's also what we have to have in this business. We have to have a goal. And her goal was to walk, ride, rodeo. That's actually the name of the movie also. That's what she wanted to do. First walk, then ride, then she wanted to go to get back into the rodeo. And she never got to do the first one, but she did eventually get back onto the horse. And at the beginning, it was very weird for her. And something that I can remember is she obviously didn't have the mobility of her legs anymore, so she couldn't speak to the horse through her legs, but she could manage with her weight and with her balance, and she couldn't hold a balance, so she actually came up with a plan. And that's also what we need to do in our business. We have to come up with plans regularly, and if something doesn't work, we have to check, adjust, and do. She actually bolted a seatbelt onto a saddle. And something that she said, it was so significant, is she said it's a seatbelt that got her off the horse, and it's a seatbelt that's getting her back on the horse again. So that was something strange and so significant for me. But eventually she got back into the rodeo riding, and she was such inspirational for many people. She got fan mail from all over the world of people said that they haven't had any hope anymore. But after they heard her story and listened to her story, they've got hope again. And that's what we also do. We also give hope to people. So it doesn't matter how little or faint your story you think how small your story is. Remember, you always give some hope to somebody out there, because there's always somebody out there that's worse off than you are. And eventually, she got back into the rodeo at the Americans, this all-time big event, and she won the rodeo with 15 seconds and 15.62 seconds, I think. That was an all-time record. So it was such an inspiration. I could pull everything through back to our business. I would really urge you, if you haven't got something to do this holiday, go and look at that movie, Walk, Ride, Rodeo. And with that, back to the MCs.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Quentin. I'll let Marie We are inspired. We are just getting more and more inspired this evening. I've got the privilege now to invite the next group of leaders, the next couple to share their hearts and to keep on inspiring us to the next level. This couple, they stand for family, adventure, love, and the thing that really stood out to me the most is leaving the world a better place than what they found it. Please help me welcome onto the Platinum webinar tonight, all the way from Somerset West, Platinum Presidential Directors, Vincent and Yolandi van der Linde.
Hi, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much, John, for that introduction. I think maybe I'll just share where that leaving the world better than we found it actually started when we were traveling with our children around the world and staying in Airbnbs and always making sure that we tidy up. And we had the 3 kids, and you make your bed and you make it look nice and you leave it better than you found it. So that was the original inspiration actually for that line, part of what we stand for. So yeah, like I said, good evening. I'd love to start off by just thanking our upline, Leonie van der Linde. And I've been sitting here this whole time and I've been feeling so grateful to be part of such an incredible group of leaders. I feel like my heart is so full after seeing all of you and listening to all of you. And I think I can speak for all of us if I say that Leonie has just been such a consistent, strong, wonderful leader to all of us and to the whole country. And so, Leonie, we love you so much and thank you for everything that you continue to do and leading the way. You're such an inspiration for all of us. And then I wanted to say, if you have not been giving this business your all, if you've been building this business sort of, kind of, a little bit, and you've been waiting for a sign, here's your sign. Here's your sign to build your business. I've shared before that no one is going to come and rescue you. This is your life. You don't have to wait for anyone's permission. Stop waiting for someone's permission. Vince always says, no one's going to leave here alive. We're all going to die. This is your one life in this amazing body that you have right now. Your one chance to go out and make something incredible of your life. So I just wanted to bring you guys this sign tonight for everyone. This is your sign that you've been waiting for, to tell you to stop waiting for permission, to just remind you that no one is coming to save you or rescue you. This is you. This is your life. And go out and make it magical. Go and dream the big dreams and build the business. Give it everything you've got. Stop waiting around, because this vehicle can literally make all of your dreams come true.
All right. Wow. There you go. You guys have your sign. I'm excited. So, I just from my side, want to say that I saw again over the last few weeks or this month of December how it's such a beautiful month to start the next year off. Like the week actually starts on Sunday, doesn't it? Because on Sunday is when you start planning. On Sunday night, you start planning, or at least I do, start planning your week, start making some of those phone calls, start planning your calendar and so on. So the week actually starts on Sunday. And so the next year actually starts now in December. So if you're waiting for the 1st of January to start making some major decisions, come on, you're missing the boat. Start now. If you're waiting for the 1st of January to start making some of those resolutions, why not start now? If you're waiting for January to start your business, well, hey, why not start now? If you've listened to some of the network marketing professionals, like the people on this call, some of their other audios, some of the stuff they've done through this year, some of the stuff that you're going to find on the Lead Team app. I mean, I love that when I go to a home meeting, I love driving far to go and show the plan, to go and do a home meeting. And because I get to listen to a bunch of stuff on the Lithium app. So I love the presidential stories. I was listening to some again on my way to Stellenbosch, on my way to Worcester, on my way to Hermanus, on my way to these places around the Western Cape. I'm like, I love it because I listen to these stories. I listen to these inspirational things coming from these leaders. And I'm like, man, I'm a crybaby. Yeah? I'm in the car. I'm wondering, I stopped there in front of the restaurant, in front of the coffee shop. I'm a little bit early and I'm like, I'm sobbing, man. I mean, it's hilarious, actually. I sometimes wonder what people think, but it's just so touching. And you want to know how people protect their enthusiasm? Listen to a story that builds you up every day. You want to know how people are staying fired up for so many years? Listen to something that builds you up every day. You want to know how people are moving to the next level, ranking up, not letting people steal their dreams? Listen to something that builds you up, that shares their dreams every single day. And so I realized again that, we live in such an interesting time. And my heart actually goes out to the people of today, the young people of today, especially that grow into this, because, you get what you can handle, and obviously they can handle everything that's happening today. But there are so many distractions. There are so many things. I mean, social media is amazing. There's so much out there that you can get stuck into that scroll hole before you can say scroll, you're in the hole. And it's like you can get stuck in that thing so quickly. And so the real thing I'm trying to say here is that you can live your whole life like that. You're 65, 70 years old, and listen, 65 is the new 40. So it's like 75, 85, I think is going to become the new 65 that we used to say, you can turn 75 like that, and you've literally just been entertained your whole life. Think about it. You're going to hit 75 years old anyway, most likely, and if you're on these products, and it's like, boom, just like that, you're 75, and if you don't watch out, you've just been entertained your whole life. You didn't really make any of those dreams come true. You didn't really seize the day. You didn't really just draw a line in the sand. Write some of those things down. Go on those adventures. Make those things happen. Experience. Learn a new language. Meet people from different countries. Go and see the beautiful sights around the world. Cathedrals in Europe. Castles across Germany. The East. The most beautiful scuba diving. Go and learn how to, that's on my list. I need to go and do my scuba diving course. But, it's like, come on, go and fly a plane. Learn how to be a pilot. Go and bungee jump if that's what you want to do, or skydive if that's what you want to do, or go on a hot air balloon ride somewhere. What about exploring some of the natural wonders of the world? Have you seen the Grand Canyon? Maybe go to base camp where Everest is. I'd love to do that. What about go and actually see the Himalayas? Go to North India and see the Himalayas. Come on. What about the Redwood Forest? That's on my list. I want to go and see a tree that's more than 1,000 or 2,000 years old. 1,500 years old trees, you're going to find them over there. So think about it, you guys. I'm going to say again, if you don't watch out, you'll be 75 like that, and you've literally just been entertained your whole life, because there's so much to be entertained by. If you don't watch out, if you don't write down your dreams, if you don't seize the day tonight, you'll find yourself at a place where you've just lived your whole life eating popcorn and watching things go by. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let anybody steal your dream. You got this. And so with that, I want to wish you the best for the rest of this year. And this is the beginning of your 2025. Let's make it count. Good night.
Absolutely powerful. Thank you so much, Platinum Presidential Directors Vincent and Yolanda van der Linde. We honor and appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the privilege, the absolute privilege, to invite to the platform to end off 2024 for all of us. This couple stands for empowering people to achieve their personal greatness and throwing a blanket of nutrients over South Africa and the world. Please welcome to the platform 2-star Platinum Presidential Directors Louis and Leonie van der Linde.
Thank you, John and Henri, and what a privilege and special to say hi to all of you from a very windy Somerset West here tonight. And I'm just listening and thinking how we can inspire each other. And for that, I have to say thank you to our very powerful Silver Presidential team. Oh my goodness. And the bigger team of South Africa and those people out there who are also listening, who are part of the South African team. We've had an incredible year. And I've never actually felt so excited at the end of a year for a new year. I have, in the last 2 weeks, really planned, reflected, and sat and thought what, where, and how. And I don't know if you can see the whiteboard here at the back. I've actually brought up the whiteboard from the office, and I've started to jot down a few important things. I've also identified the hotspots in the business where I can still make a difference and help. And I think what I want to share with you tonight is maybe also there's a lot that has been shared, and I really hope that you've taken some of them for yourself for 2025. Now, the first thing that I would say also is, some of these leaders shared this, and now is the time to take control of 2025, to decide what are you going to do different. Now, you cannot do the same because then you will have the same year. I certainly don't want the same year, not that it wasn't a good one, but we're going to have to change some things and a new game plan, a new, something new, something maybe a bit different. For me, right now, way up there is for South Africa to go 3-star platinum. And the reason why I'm saying that is, why not now? We've been talking about it. We've been talking about 1,000 presidentials now for years. We're in a good place. Nothing should stop us now. I think we've had a fantastic November and December. We actually, I don't think we've had such a good month than November, this November, with Luminovation being introduced into all our businesses. It's just been incredible. So all things are pointing into a great start for 2025. So that is important to me. 3-star for South Africa. We can do it. We can do it, but we're going to need a lot of new presidentials next year. Now, that includes existing gold executives, silver executives, and new people, and then, of course, the new ones coming on board. And that could be you. On this call tonight, that could be you. It's up to you. So that is big for me this year. And then my second point to share was, I realized in the week that we are actually approaching a new era in Manatech, for me at least, because before we had Ambritos, the glycans, the core products, but now, literally, and of course the fat loss, but this year I've seen how some leaders have really taken the fat loss challenge to a new level. I mean, we had a club 15,000 that was mainly achieved on fat loss, on the Osaline and the good products that go with that. So the three pillars, the trilateral model, so to speak, is, of course, Ambritos, then the fat loss or Osaline, and then Luminovation. Now, you've got 3 outstanding businesses in your business this year, which is new. And I'm saying we cannot just focus on one of them anymore. You have to include all 3 in your journey, in your plans, in your expansion of your business, in creating new outlets, new leaderships, all those kind of things that you plan in your strategy for next year. And so with that, plan your month around that. Make sure that you include some Luminovation pamper parties. I see some ladies call it a pamper party. Include that in your monthly presentations. Keep including your glycan, your Ambritos, your core products. And if you can, try to bring in the fat loss as well. Fat loss is such a big industry. Don't neglect that. I'm certainly going to be focusing a lot more on all 3 instead of just maybe 1 or 2. So, if you can just get your mind around that one. Then just the leadership idea. For those of you who are already moving into executive director or beyond that, it's a good thing. It's a good concept to be working with your upline on this trilateral leadership model, which is such a big tool for the top leaders that they're working with this year. And that's testing yourself in your growth as a business builder in your relationships. Are you becoming a master in relationships? Are you becoming a master in tasks? Are you becoming a master in character? These are the three very important areas that you need to become a master in order to go beyond presidential. So check in with your mentor on this, and maybe, let them rate you twice a year, once a year, twice a year, because there's such a beautiful chapter in the leadership book where you can tick off some points as to how you are overcoming some of these things. And, we are not perfect. Otherwise, we would all be 3-star platinum. So we all need to grow. And these points are just so relevant into growing into the better version of yourself. And then lastly, of course, the vision is the top of everything. Level 5 leadership is the vision, becoming the vision, where you become the vision for your group as well, where we become the vision for Manatech worldwide. I believe we in South Africa can become the vision worldwide for Manatech. We've just had Landon here. He was overwhelmed by what we stand for, what we do. I mean, you met him, the Lead Team app, the leadership models, the leadership on a Friday, just everything around our Success Summits was such a hit with him. And you know what I'm talking about. So for me, it is, the vision is, it's not just about the money that we're going to make. Friends, you're going to make a lot of money. If you, I was jotting down here, if you, for us to go 3-star in South Africa, to take South Africa to 3-star, all of us, we're going to have to create a couple of presidentials. Now think about this, 40 people in your business with Club 1000, 40 people on Club 1000 is 40,000 points. 100 people on Club 1000 is 100,000 points. Just a couple of these in your business will help us to create 1,000 presidentials and beyond. So for me, and we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to become financially free. We're going to help people become financially free. But I'm saying in this whole process, in this journey, we are going to help people create better lives, become better versions of themselves. In that, we are going to change the world. We are going to give hope to many more people, because lots of people are hopeless today. They live a life of survival. We're going to be giving hope to a lot of new people this year, you and I. We are going to give them a quality of life in their health situation. My goodness, these past 2 weeks, I but I know of 2 people who have the dreaded disease, young people, young women in their 40s. And I'm thinking, we need to tell people about what we have. We can help them. Then empowered through the system and positive attitude, we are going to be helping people to become empowered in their thinking and their dreams and their positiveness. They're going to be switching from a life of survival and negative thoughts into positive thinking, changing their lives and finding their dreams again. And then lastly, this to me is so important, inviting success principles into their homes. Now, this is what we had when Louis was still with me. I remember the language we started to speak, which we still do today, of course, the principles that you bring into your home, and you that are in the business know what I'm talking about. You bring that language of success into your home. You're going to be helping other people do the same. You're going to change those families' lives and their children, the next generation's lives as well, with what we have with the system. That's who we're going to become. So it's not just about the money. It's about how we are going to change those people's lives and the world by going to the next level in 2025. So I'm ending off with a quote. I'm very serious about this dream for South Africa for 2025. It's never a better time. If we're not going to do it this year, when are we going to do it? And we're all going to have to be on the same place, on the same page. A single dream. And I want to say, a single purposeful dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities. A purposeful dream. I wish you an incredible family time. I wish you incredible planning and good thoughts about where you want to go to 2025 and take your family, friends, and your influence circle with you and people that cross your path. And we'll be seeing each other very soon in January. And I'm going to be giving back to Jean and Henri. Thanks, Jean and Henri.
Wow, thank you very much, Leonie, and all of the Silver and Above leaders that shared their hearts tonight. This is the way we can go into a festive season where we're inspired and ready, ignited for the new year. So if you've missed it, the QR code for tonight is 5692, and have an amazing festive time, and see you back on the 6th of January for the first Platinum webinar for 2025. Good night, everyone.